Welcome to the Tea of Interest with Rafi Starr. Are you still feeling helpless from the months of the pandemic and the unhappiness of people? Are you still thinking that you could lose your job and your house because of the loss of economic gains? If so, you're not alone. We have spent 1 year waiting for our lives to come back to the way they were. Our government officials panicked and punished all of us in the process because they didn't know how to manage the disease control or other types of control over them. So many millions were victims and are still victims of the mass panic and disruption of our system. We all did what was asked of us during the early days of the pandemic. We all sacrificed our time and our livelihoods and our sanity to satisfy officials that were under panic and control mode. Our media and news outlets took advantage of the situation to get views and higher ratings. All major news networks got record ratings from the start of the pandemic. Now that their ratings are dropping because they keep repeating the same message every day, the power of repetition shows that it has worked. For a long time, it has worked, and it will continue to work on a lot of people. But for some of us, we are getting tired of hearing the same news night after night, day after day. Even the news reporters are getting tired of saying the same thing over and over. We continue to listen and they keep talking. We have tried to disconnect from them, but they are everywhere on the TV, on our phones, on our gas station pumps, on the radio, internet, and the message is on signs all across the country. We did well at spreading the message faster than we spread the virus, but still, the virus has ran its course, and there's still panic or a push of panic and fear still controlling our lives. It's been 1 year, and I believe we gave it enough time. Whoever wants to keep talking about the virus is still in panic control mode. At this point, if you don't see that this is a pure tactic and a useful tool to control the masses, then you should study or visit a hospital and see for yourself that this is all for control and degradation of our society. If somebody wants to make you weak and scared, they will use the same tactics. First, they would scare you. They would repeat the idea to make you believe it. If you are susceptible to mainstream information, you are prone to a mental attack. The officials or people paying or threatening and controlling the doctors, media, and government agencies have fooled us into giving up our freedom. A lot of you could say that I am wrong, but doesn't it seem like our top health officials have played us like our parents played us into thinking that Santa Claus exists? How come everyone you see speaking about the pandemic in the news is always repeating the same thing but never give us advice on how we can improve our immune system? Their only solution is to inoculate you with an emergency approved substance, and also at this point, if you haven't felt the energies that have been put to convince people that health officials care about your health, then I ask, why don't you have a list of products of natural ingredients that can boost immune system? A good health official will always tell you what to use, which medicine to take, and how to improve your overall health. 6 feet is good for me because I don't like strangers getting close to me. But if the virus is airborne, it won't stop at 6 feet. Thanks for the space anyways. A mask? A mask helps me because I don't have to show you my face and I don't want to smell your breath. Also, it helps with people cooking at restaurants. They can't spit in your food now when they yell across the kitchen or talk to their coworkers over your food. But other than that, most people wear non-fitted masks that wouldn't help them against the real virus anyways. Limited capacity inside is good if you don't want to be around too many people. Food for takeout is great because you don't have to be around the people and their stupid conversations. A lot of you love to work from home, but you miss joking around with your coworkers. I get it, but now you don't have to smell their farts or fake and laugh at their corny jokes. Bars and clubs? Yes, I used to love going to the clubs and spend tons of money going out with my friends. But it got old and boring and it's unproductive. The same scenario at every bar, groups of guys looking for girls and groups of girls dancing together not looking for guys. Who can possibly miss that atmosphere, sitting there listening to the same songs that you heard last time you went out? So that's it. All the good restrictions do that. They keep us from going back to the silly things that have kept us from evolving as humans. So, you still ask me if we're going back to how we were before? The answer is maybe. Some people never learn and will do the same as they did before. But some of us are not going back to the things that slow our evolution. We must learn from this pandemic and find a new meaning to our life, a new way of existing, and make sure that we're always progressing and evolving because that's what normal and natural really feels like.